Okay. Well, today we're here, and this is going to be a very informal interview.
Okay.
Based on, I want to know what it is you do,
Okay.
how it affects others, and the communication used at work. So let's start off. How you doing? All right today?
Sure.
All right. So tell me a little bit about what it is that you do.
I'm the owner of a social affair dance studio. This is a ballroom and Latin dance studio, as you know. And my function here is administrator slash instructor slash registrar slash counselor
The whole shebang.
slash janitor.
All right.
Pretty much everything.
That answers my next question. What do you do here? So
Yeah.
That's everything. So do you enjoy this? You enjoy what you do every day?
Oh yeah. I
Love
mean,
it?
For me, this is back in '92. Came to that proverbial fork in the road. Had to make a decision. What am I going to do?
Okay.
And I was with the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office, and they had went through the academy, graduated. They were processing me. Needed a summer job. Answer ad in the paper, dancing, and when I got certified here with the dance studio, JSO called me and I turned him down and chose this path. So I've literally burnt all the boats. This is it for me.
Wow.
So it's like the natives on the island, you know, it's either we're gonna win or we're gonna die. So I burned all the boats. This is it for me.
Sounds very similar to how I kind of got into the business.
Oh, okay.
Summer job, just took the opportunity.
Sure.
So how long have you been dancing?
93. So what is that? That's 19 years?
19 years.
19 years. But before that, nothing.
Nothing.
Nothing, not a lick.
So that
like nothing. Like
So that
nothing,
summer
nothing.
job just popped in, and
Yeah.
that's when it all started.
Mm-hmm.
Loved it ever since.
Oh yeah. There's nothing else like it out there.
So
I don't think there is.
So you'd say like dancing, like it's an inspiration.
For a lot of people, yeah. For me, yes. I think through dancing, I was able to transform certain things into my life that made me a more giving person on this planet.
I like that. I like that.
Okay.
So what is it that you love most about being here at a social affair? Being the manager, owning this whole business.
A lot of it is people. We found that people don't simply come here just for the dancing. I mean, no one pays this kind of prices to learn cha-cha. Because they could simply, if it was truly just for the dancing, they could download a DVD. They could go to their local YMCA. We found that dancing is a catalyst for people to enhance their life, depending on what they're lacking. I mean, there's couples who've been married 20, 30, 40 years, and they found they lost that special something, that spark that brought them together, and they found that, you know, he has his golf, she has her hobbies, and they seem to have drifted. They think, well, let's try dancing. And I don't think it's a conscious thing, but something like, well, let's see what happens with dancing. And they see it seems to rekindle their marriage. Something that they're actually doing together that's non-competitive. You know, it's a safe, friendly, fun activity to music. Who doesn't like music?
Right.
And good exercise. And it's a way to have fellowship with common people who have the like interest, like you.
So you love to see people be happy.
Oh yeah, I mean that's first and foremost.
Yes.
I mean this is a business. It's a for-profit business, but first and foremost, it's what we try to teach the staff, and then it bleeds over into the students, is to give unconditionally without the expectation of return. When we give from that place, the money comes.
I love it. I love that answer.
Okay.
That was perfect. Are you working on any current goals for yourself?
Oh yeah.
Can you explain one?
Right now we're trying to develop a nonprofit for children, specifically underprivileged children who don't have, well, as you probably might know, the government is attempting to cut culture or the arts out of the schools. And a lot of people, well, children especially, they can't afford this kind of activity. But through a non-profit, we could literally change some children's lives, get them off the streets. Even if they're not on the streets, another enhancement in their life at absolutely no charge to them, just to give it away.
Your service to give away.
Just to give it away. Just
not expect anything in
nothing.
return.
Just to give it away because, I mean, that's why we're here on this planet, is for contribution. I feel.
That's a great feeling. Great feeling. So that's kind of how the studio is based off of.
Yeah.
You want to give, not expect anything in return, just to see the pleasure of other people being happy.
That's it.
So what are some goals here at the studio that you want to see happen in the next, let's say, 5 years?
5 years, we'll have another location.
Another location.
We'll have another location, and it's going to be in Riverside, St. John's area,
Okay.
Ortega, Avondale area, and this staff will be doubled. We're going to knock down that wall, and we'll have about 200 people in here. Right now we're about 127.
127 students.
About 127 students. We can get up to 200. 200. I don't think that's too aggressive. Knock down a wall, open up another school, have 6 or 7 more instructors, another location. I think, yeah, I think we'd be doing a lot.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Not only is that profitable, but you're helping others,
Sure.
expanding.
Sure.
Love it. I love it. So let's talk about communication.
Sure.
Would you consider yourself a great communicator?
Not bad.
Not bad, right?
But it was a learned skill. I mean, before dancing, I was totally backward, totally shy, and if I was out in public, it was all bravado, as if I was a good communicator.
Yeah. Okay.
You know,
Right.
putting up a front. Until, like, you and I are talking right now. I don't know what I'm going to say next. I just say it.
Live in the present moment.
Sure.
That's great.
Absolutely.
That's what I'm learning this past week.
Yeah?
Present moment.
Yeah.
Present moment.
Read a book. It's called The Precious Present. That's what it's all about.
Precious present.
Precious Present.
What?
One of the greatest books. It's a short read.
Yeah. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool. So are you familiar with nonverbal behavior?
Sure.
Nonverbal communication.
Yeah.
To me, that's one of the biggest things.
Okay.
Do you feel the same?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We train on that.
So okay. So how does nonverbal behavior apply in dancing?
Well, twofold. We see where, on the dancing side, we look where the student is. Are they an introvert? Are they an extrovert? Do they want to look elegant and graceful on the floor, or do they want to be sensual, or do they want to be fiery? I mean, we want to take what they naturally are and enhance it, and it comes through in their dancing. So they don't want to dance like me. They don't want to dance like Ashley or Andrew. It's already in them.
Right.
We just have to bring it out. And so it's just a matter of taking down walls. And so when we notice a student with a certain body language, like gross, we acknowledge that. Are you cold?
Right.
Cold? I can turn up the air. Or I'm sensing, I could be wrong, tell me if I'm wrong, maybe you're a little defensive, or maybe you're not enjoying this part so well. What's going on with you?
Correct.
And then we teach, and with that, through open-ended questions.
Right.
Rather than saying, are you okay? Yes. Are you sure? Yes.
It leads to nothing.
Rather, so what are you feeling right now?
Right. So you want to get a little bit deeper.
Sure. This way the students have a chance to express what they're feeling, so maybe we can knock down that wall and progress forward.
So dancing can be a little bit intimidating.
Oh, sure.
So somebody that their first time coming in here,
Yeah.
how would you communicate with them? How would you express their first dance lesson?
We want to communicate them initially in the way they want to be communicated to. Yes, sir. So we call it chameleonizing. Not that we're not being ourselves, but if a student comes in here and they're kind of quiet, kind of reserved, we don't want to come out there bombastic and boisterous. We're just like, okay, who's this guy? We want to lower our voice, slow down the pace of the way we're talking, and kind of match what they're doing. Set them at ease right off the bat, because the worst thing we can do is put them on the defense.
Right.
And from there, through a series of open-ended questions, showing them that dancing is fun, it's
Right.
easy, and that they can learn. That it's not that bad. This is actually a safe place.
Right.
Because a lot of people come in here on the pretense that this is a kind of like a like a Gold's or a Bailey's gym. You know, let's get them in for the trial, then let's sign them up for a long-term package, and then they don't want to dance anymore, but they're locked in. You know, we're the total opposite end of the spectrum.
I like
We
it.
want them to enroll in what they want to enroll in. We'll have our recommendations, but at that point,
So you try to welcome new guests
That's it.
with open arms.
it's it.
Does it differ from, let's say, a student who's been with you for a year?
Shouldn't be.
Shouldn't be.
It shouldn't be. You know, if you're gonna love me in the beginning, you're not gonna love me a year from now.
So it
Yeah.
stays the same.
Yeah, the student. I mean, selling has a bad connotation, and selling, for this student anyway, is just explaining. Let the student make up their mind, but explain crystal clear. Be exquisite in your selling. Be exquisite in your communication. Find out where they're coming from through a series of open-ended questions, so that I'm not guessing what you're thinking. I could be right, but then I could be wrong.
Right.
And even if I'm right, I didn't give you a chance to express yourself. So maybe you don't think you're being heard. Maybe I should ask you, you tell me, okay, that's what I thought anyway. And then you'd be willing to listen to me. That way we have this back and forth conversation, not me just telling you what you need to know as the student. As much as the student comes in here, it needs to be a workshop. They want to find out about dancing, we want to find out about them, so that we can teach them the way that they want to be taught. For the reasons why they came to dance in the first place.
Very good.
Pretty neat, huh?
That is very unique. It's very different from a regular, let's say, Foot Locker or a regular business, Starbucks.
I think so. I think so.
Very, very personal, it seems like.
Yeah, and if we're not careful, we try to remind our teachers, know where you're coming from when you ask these questions. Don't do it because Larry tells you to. Don't do it because you want to make a sale. Do it because you actually care, and that you actually do want to help your fellow man on this planet while you're here.
To help them succeed.
Yes.
To get to where
why
they
is
want.
why is this person in front of you? It's not an accident. There are no coincidences. Find out what that is. Now you're giving without expectation once again of return.
I love it.
Awesome.
I love it. That's about it.
Okay.
That's it. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much. Oh, excuse me.
You good?